Hi, Vieira with stockmarketlive.tv. Today we are going to discuss one of the best investments ever in the markets, the company Intuitive Surgical, which you find the investment process at least the past 13 years in our company. Intuitive Surgical was named a lifetime investment opportunity for long-term investors. Today shares of Intuitive Surgical, they are trading at new all-time highs, basically, very near, and this is according to the expectations and the predictions made available to you as a potential investor in Intuitive Surgical last year, 2015, when ahead of a stock market crash, which occurred in August 2015, as well as this one in January 2016. Last year, I reiterated a strong buy rating in shares of Intuitive Surgical, and therefore I said that the markets, they were going to plunge, tech companies, oil stocks, commodities, gold, and so on, but Intuitive Surgical, it will not crash. And this achievement, this vision that I had, I consider unique and remarkable. I repeat, today you have shares of Intuitive Surgical very near new all-time highs. I started discussing this lifetime investment opportunity with you back in 2003. Later on, I called other company, American Netflix, very similar opportunity compared to Intuitive Surgical. That was a few years ago when Netflix was trading around $5.85. All of you today are aware of the performance of Netflix in the past years, but I continue saying that most people, they are not aware of Intuitive Surgical. So we are going to refer to this recent article on the blog of the company, which addresses Intuitive Surgical earnings, and the most important, what I said last year in 2015, for investors to guarantee that you could continue investing in Intuitive Surgical, that will not hurt you. And we are going to see where this is available. What I'm going to do here is to minimize for you to visualize where to find this information. Bear in mind that this company, Intuitive Surgical, you find here an article. You have here in this article a link to last year article in 2015. This article, Intuitive Surgical, best stocks to invest in Intuitive Surgical hidden gem. This is not the first time that we call Intuitive Surgical hidden gem. It is one of the best stock market performers worldwide, I repeat. I called Intuitive Surgical hidden gem a few years ago. And in particular, you have the full investment process in our website. And one of the most important calls worldwide, it was made a few years ago when 99% of Wall Street turned bearish and very, in fact, widely bearish this company. It was the same, it happened precisely the same with Netflix. In this case of Intuitive Surgical, Goldman Sachs downgraded shares to sell, strong sell. And this is at an important bottom. Shares, they were trading around $250. And I reiterated a strong buy rating at that time. And I think that was, as far as I remember, in 2010. Today, January 2016, Netflix is a stock trading at $560 or so. Netflix, for your information, it is the only company that didn't crash. Last year in 2015, didn't correct, in the sense that today it is the only company that it is trading near all-time highs. Therefore, it survived two crashes in the market, crashes that I predicted, called, and I announced on the website. Therefore, my comments with regards to Netflix, I'm very pleased with my long-term vision. Lifetime investment opportunity similar to Netflix, resulting into 4-digit return on investment for long-term investors. Intuitive Surgical is the only stock that survived August 2015 crash and January 2016 crash, trading today near all-time highs. And this is a clear demonstration of our uncanny market predictions and global leadership. For example, with regards to the recent announcement Netflix earnings, we had a contrarian opinion, and instead of maintaining a strong buy rating in Netflix, we informed investors that there is an article posted in real time when to sell shares of Netflix, and that was at $132. I repeat, there is an article posted in real time with a screenshot and a video. Sell Netflix today when shares they reached $132. Okay, so after Netflix reported earnings, shares they collapsed below $100, as you are aware of. The case of Intuitive Surgical, it is rather different. And it is the only company, I repeat, that today you have trading closed after hours at $558. So this, as it is said here, it is a clear demonstration of our uncanny market predictions and global leadership. We were able to call a crash basically in everything. I discussed more than 500 companies in the US stock market and worldwide. And this company, Intuitive Surgical, was an exception to the rule. And I repeat that I made this possible because I wrote that article, Best Stocks to Invest in Intuitive Surgical, a hidden gem. And if I say that it was a hidden gem, it was a hidden gem, and therefore a stock that you had to buy or to remain invested in. I'm not saying that today you are going to buy shares of Intuitive Surgical at $560. You had plenty of time to buy them. And I remind once again that I've been discussing Intuitive Surgical at least for the past 15 years, right? So, since 2003. I think that is sufficient time for one to invest in Intuitive Surgical. I cannot here discuss the full investment process. I will take days, but I repeat that Intuitive Surgical and story behind the investment process in Intuitive Surgical, it is very similar to Netflix. Once both companies, they were called dogs by most Wall Street analysts. And this was at a new all-time bottom. And when they had strong sell ratings, we had strong buy ratings, and maintaining a long-term bullish outlook. For example, today, if you compare the performance of Intuitive Surgical with Apple, Apple is a shame, and we are referring to one of the leading companies in the world that everyone is aware of. So, in the markets, my friends, if I said that Apple was going to collapse, to crash, and you had a strong sell rating, that crash already occurred twice, while we made this happen. That is the difference between our work and everyone else. We make it happen. So we put Intuitive Surgical trading at or close new all-time highs. unlike everyone else. This story, I would say that it is not relevant to the public or 99% of investors worldwide, since everyone here is aware that only our customers are or they have been investors in this company. Therefore, I'm not referring to the public or to the vast majority of investors out there, since I know since the very beginning that this company is not in the portfolio of the public or most investors, and therefore one of the reasons that Intuitive Surgical remained always a long-term buying opportunity. While today, for example, companies like Netflix or companies like Apple, they became darlings, or Amazon, and therefore by far more difficult to outperform compared to the past. And in the end, if you had here, if you visited regularly our blog for the past years, you had here a lifetime investment opportunity, in the sense that there was no need for day trading, short-term trading. It was buy to hold. And since many people, they look for the holy grail in the stock market, that is, buy to hold, and unlike the case of Apple or companies like Shake Shack, where Jim Cramer, a famous American hero, he said that Shake Shack to be the Tesla Motors of burgers, not possible to crash. Well, the fact is that we crashed at Shake Shack. We crashed also Tesla Motors, a company that I liked very much. But when these companies, they became darlings, and when you have these financial terrorists on the media saying that buy, 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 we make it happen precisely the opposite. And this Jim Cramer only said once to buy Intuitive Surgical, and that was in 2011, when shares one day they traded at $585. At that time, yes, I downgraded shares of Intuitive Surgical to sell. There was an important correction, and that was in fact the only one, all the way down to $356. And you find again on the blog of the company articles and my call at $356 to buy and to cover short positions in Intuitive Surgical. And that downgrade to sell Intuitive Surgical in 2011, it was made available because the Americans, they were buying shares at $585, all right? Also, in the past years, I discussed in detail the case of that scam American company that one day decided to say that Intuitive Surgical was worth $200. Yeah, I'm referring to Citron Research. It is on the news. Last year appeared on the news again with some biotech companies, for example, saying that molecular off it was a sell, and shares meanwhile they zoomed $20 per share. That is an example. And the case of Intuitive Surgical, it was their call a few years ago saying that these shares, they were going to collapse. They were not going to collapse. They never did anything in the markets and other than to deceive investors. So be very careful with how to invest in the markets. I repeat, you had here free information for those that they wanted to invest in a quality company with leadership and understanding the importance of management, products, vision, instead of relying on scams that you have on TV, on the media, CNBC, the American networks, GoPros, the umbrellas, the Fitbits, and all that crap that they told you to invest in, and meanwhile you lost entirely your account. You lost entirely your account if you have not visited our website, since those three companies that I've just mentioned, GoPro, Fitbit, and Umbrella, they were named junk ratings and companies for the collapse, the meltdown. And I'm going to finalize this case study, since I don't have much time today, and to create new videos and case studies, although I can create a new case study almost basically every day. Just a final word for those that they are subscribers to Live Markets Premium. In Live Markets Premium, my friends, you have Nikolai's articles. Last year in 2015, I said when we created this service for small investors, I repeat, Live Markets Premium, I said that there were articles, in particular one, worth at least 150 million net profit, okay? And that article, if you listen to what I said, and if I said I knew what I was referring to, and I will dedicate a video to that article that is available in the service. That article, the title, if you wish to go back and to read the article, is stock picks to sell short 1 million shares. So the first and thereafter on that same article contains the priorities. So you have there the companies, number one, GoPro, and number two, Umbrella. Okay, so while Intuitive Surgical, it is a stock trading at $558. You go here to this scam website, that is the case of Yahoo message boards or finance, is the same shit, and you have GoPro at $10.68. That was the closing price today, and you have Umbrella at this price, $37.33. So my call in Umbrella, it was made at $127, and in GoPro at $95 with the full investment process described in both companies in more than 30 articles and more than 30 videos in detail. So I repeat that you had article last year when the service it was created saying stock picks to sell short 1 million shares. So when in December 2016 we said Oleg today has more than $100 million, there is an article, net profit, you understand why between or among those, I don't know, 50 or 60 articles that you have in that service, there are investors with these profits. So I terminate with the image and the title of the most recent article in Intuitive Surgical. Invest in Intuitive Surgical with the best trading team in the world. We already proved it every single time, and I never missed one single call in Intuitive Surgical. I believe that one day I will fail, but so far I have not failed, and the most important, it was, or this achievement that is historical, to predict and to call a crash last year in 2015, again in 2016, and all this while reiterating a strong buy rating in Intuitive Surgical, and therefore giving you the confidence to remain investor in Intuitive Surgical. And this is the difference between our work and everyone else. We make it happen, and we have never failed in Intuitive Surgical or in every single company that I discuss on the blog of the company, where you have all the calls made available to you, recorded always live ahead of the major moves in the stock market. All right? By the way, I don't want to... by the way, this is the article that you have here, best stock picks to sell short 1 million shares. So if you are a subscriber to that service, Live Markets Premium, you just have to log in to your account and to read the article, all right? So this article, in fact, it is very conservative because if you read it since then and you make the calculations, there are more than 300 million net profit, okay? Having said this, if you go back to the blog of the company, here, I do recommend that you read this article that you have here, which is not this one, but instead this article with regards to my prediction, the Russia ruble collapse, and I do recommend you to click on this link here, this article. Now that we are discussing this, in the end it is like an investment lesson. This article was made available to you in November 2014. I repeat, November 2015. 14. I was already bearish oil. I was already saying that oil was going to crash. And you have here a list of short positions in oil. In fact, you just had to sell short oil and everything related to oil. And the title of the article is Vieira bets against oil and Harvard University. All right. So Harvard University, I'm not going to tell you the story here. Harvard University made an important investment in oil. They were bullish oil. And I was saying that basically these fools, they were going to vanish. They were going to lose all of it. And you have here, for example, one of the calls made available to you, Halliburton, a strong sell rating. Okay, this company, a former strong buy. I told you when to sell, when to go short, and today, if you just visit again Yahoo Scam website in the United States, and you type here the ticker for Halliburton, you notice that Halliburton is today a stock trading at $29. Okay, it's not $70. There is no new bull market, and this in the past 1 year and a half, basically, I've seen more than, I don't know, I lost account, more than 100 stock analyst upgrades in Halliburton during the entire crash process. So they try to call a button every single week, every single month. They failed 100 times, 100%. This Halliburton stock forecast, not only I told you that it was going to crash, as last year I created a stock forecast predicting when and how the shares they were going to bounce and then reverse course and to make new lows, as it is happening in 2016. So everything that I said about Halliburton and oil 2 years ago, you have seen it happening. So you had to be patient. Why I'm telling you this? Because with Intuitive Surgical, it happened the same. This is all about a vision, a long-term vision, and it is not about short-term trading, day trading that is for the American fools, okay? That they claim to be making millions scalping stocks or in high-frequency trading. That is all a scam, all right? So remain focused on what really matters, and what really matters, you had all the information available to you, in fact, completely for free, as I demonstrated here, for a very, very long time. Thank you and good luck investing in the markets in 2016.